on, everybody? LevelMDiecast episode 63, Diecast haul. Oh, how time flies. Time flies so fast. It seems like we just had a Diecast haul just the other day, but I've already assembled plenty of stuff for a video. Let's get right into it. We do have some older Hot Wheels here. BMW Z4M Motorsport. This is the race version. Looks pretty good. This is one that I didn't have. I really been working on getting a lot of BMW stuff. I'm kind of on a BMW kick these days. So just trying to clean up some of these castings. So this one's pretty good. The vents there in the hood are part of the windows. That's why they are clear. This is one of the earlier releases. It does have those nice PR5s on there. No front or rear deco, just side prints on there. BMW Z4M Coupe. Your BMW logo on there. Looks pretty good as well. I'll throw that guy up there. Have a little bit of a slot open for that Beamer. This is not an old one. This is actually a brand spanking new one. Actually, I meant to grab a different one, but we're just going to crack this anyways. I don't remember if I have this one. I feel like I have this one, but I don't remember. So we're just going to crack this. It's one of the Zamics for this year. I just picked it up from Walmart. I don't remember if I have this. I feel like I don't have this one yet. This is for Hot Wheels Art Cars, though. It's the Mustang. This is the non-opening one. It's all riveted together, though, unfortunately. So it doesn't open up. Does have some pretty good prints on it, though. Looks interesting. It's just a Zamic version of the basic range release. There is your Zamic right there on the side. Nothing particularly fancy, so throw that up there. Got a little bit out of order. All right, next, BMW. This is the 2002, BMW 2002. This is also one of the earlier releases as well. This one in black with blue interior. I don't collect every single BMW. I don't do like the M4, at least not for now. That might change at some point in the future, who knows. This one's pretty cool. It does have both white and blue striping on there, which looks pretty cool. I like the checker flag deco on the side. Blue interior on this particular one. This is a pretty good casting. They've done this casting in premium before as well. So again, no front or rear deets on there, but this one looks pretty decent. I don't think there's a... Well, there is. J07 is the Deco 2011 Mattel. So these are definitely some older ones. And then the E36 in blue. So there's been tons of decos for this. It's only been released in premium once. In black. So this one's actually, I think, a little bit older than the previous two. This one looks pretty good. It says 232 on there, Toyota tires, E36. I do like this casting. They did a pretty good job on this one. I'm not a huge fan of the wing. Kind of would have liked it without a wing, but it's not horribly bad. Giant BMW logo on the grill that is just horribly printed. At least my version is horribly printed. Probably not all of them, but no front or rear deets again, but he did get that extra pass on the hood. Actually, all of those got the extra passes on the hood. All right, moving into some new stuff now. This is the M case. This particular car. I don't have too much M case. I have some M case, some in case as well. This is the newest color for the 92 Viper or T10. This is the new casting Viper. In its second deco. In yellow, does say Viper or T10 there on the side. Looks pretty good. Of course, these 3-spoke wheels that were basically made just for this car for the most part. It looks good on a bunch of other cars, but this was exactly for this car. No prints on the back, unfortunately. So hopefully we'll see this casting in premium someday. It'd be pretty nice. Although this is pretty good, just being as a basic model. It's a pretty good casting. And that yellow one is pretty nice too. So pretty happy about that. All right, next one. This is from the in case. This is from an international in case, by the way. International cards here. So this would be your super, if there was a super. But this is just a basic mainline version of this Cero GT. Very interesting deco for this one. The first two releases were in, I think, red and blue. It looked pretty good. They had the Cero written on the side. But this one's just out there. It's just really out there with the colors and all this stuff like that. Of course, totally a track car. Actually, too much of a chin spoiler there. You definitely couldn't use this on the track unless you were using like flat track. But again, just a fantasy casting. But there is the super version of that. I don't anticipate that Super is going to be all that popular. Another in-case international. This one is the Hot Wheels 4-Track, HW4-Track. Another generic. So I do collect a lot of generic castings because, you know, I just think they're kind of interesting. They're different. They're cool. This one is kind of a blend of a Pikes Peak and an Indy race car, sort of, kind of. It's a very, very interesting casting. It's not a great casting. It's just an interesting casting. This one's specifically tailored up for track. So it does have up-sloped chin and diffuser there in the back. It's okay. It's, you know, it's like I said, it's a generic, so nothing really to write home about, but it's in the mix. All right, next one up. This one also international in case. This is the new color of the Hot Wheels 450F. This is the retooled casting. So they've retooled this casting. We've already seen one version of the retooled casting already. So they retooled this casting for probably assembly purposes. So all of this on the side is all diecast. This is all diecast. And then the handlebars and the front fairing are one piece of plastic. And then the seat is another piece of plastic. Says 450 on the side. Looks pretty decent. Details on this side. Looks same. Kind of interesting. The white wheels on there. It does not have a kickstand anymore, so it doesn't stand up or anything like that. Well, it didn't have a kickstand, but it had a... it came with a little stand piece. The original versions of the 458. They got rid of that long ago. More than likely a choking hazard. Rolling on with international in case, the Donut Drifter. I love this casting. I don't know why I like this casting, but I just do. This one and the Cupcake and all those ridiculous castings, I really do like them. I don't know why. I think they're too freestyle, I guess. So this one is a blue donut with some icing and a little bit of sprinkles on the front. Those arrow blade wheels, pretty common. Pink base on this one. Just says Donut Drifter T23 is your day code. Definitely good for track to have an upslopes chin, although it's a relatively small casting, so I don't anticipate it would have a whole lot of heft against some bigger castings, some heavier castings and stuff like that. Another one here, this is the recolor for the Ford Performance Supervan. This is the second color. First one was in white with the same deco on the side. This one now in blue for the, you know, electric EV car segment for Hot Wheels. It's a good one. I like this casting. I like the use of this kind of solid four-spoke wheel. Not exactly sure what that wheel is called, but it looks good. Prints on the back as well. It says Supervan. Taillights are done up. That's actually a separate piece. That's part of the interior. So this is a very interesting built casting. Of course, based on a Ford Transit. But it looks good. So throw that guy up there. Next one up, we do have another one here. This one is generic. This is the new color for the Rapid Pulse. This is a new casting for this year. We've seen it once in white. Now the recolor in red. There is a person in there. There's some tanks there. And there's a big, huge engine in front of it because it's basically like a drag racing ambulance. It says Rapid Pulse on the side. Of course, all metal base. There's your deets on there. There's your track logo. And then some aero vents, some fan vents on the back. But like I said, we've already seen that casting once before, so nothing new with that guy. So we'll throw him up there. So excited for this one. This is the newest color for the Cadillac Project GTP hypercar. So it did debut in a black color. Now we have it in blue. I can't wait to hopefully see this casting in premium someday. Really would like to see this casting in premium, but Mini GT's been doing a lot of these prototypes. They don't do this one, but this one looks pretty good. I like the lace wheels on there. The decals are relatively simple. A little bit of print around the cockpit area. You do have your Cadillac logo there in the front. So nothing particularly fancy, but I really, 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 really like this casting a lot. I just really like race cars, to be honest with you. And these hypercars are actually pretty cool. Pretty cool details on those too. All right, the Quick Bite, the latest rendition of the food truck. This one looks pretty good. This one is a regular card. This is a US card, I think. I picked this one up from Target. I think, can't quite remember. But this one is for cookies and cream. So there is the deets on this side. Of course, you do have your cookie there, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, oat. And then, of course, or that's for your milk. And then, of course, for your cookies, chocolate chips, sugar, shortbread, and oatmeal. Does have the arrow blades just printed in the back, not printed in the front. That is not a error. That's just the way it's designed. There is some deets on the front. Of course, that's probably the zip code for Mattel HQ. They're in Cali. So I don't think this guy's going to fit, so we're just going to put him on the bottom because I'm pretty sure he's not going to fit. All right, I've been anxiously waiting to get this one. This one is particularly nice. This is the Sushi Tuner. This is a brand new casting for 2024. Brand spanking new here. So we'll get this guy cracked open here. Get this out of there. So brand spanking new here with the Sushi Tuner. There is an interior in there. You'll see there is a couple seats and a steering wheel, but a piece of sushi on the top. It's fixed. I think you could probably pull it up. It's riveted there on the bottom. I thought maybe you could pull it off, and then it just sits on a bed of rice to look like sushi. It could be tuna, it could be something else, who knows. Some engine details on the back, nothing super crazy, just a little bit. And of course, metal base. Everything else is plastic on this particular casting, but the base is metal. That looks pretty cool. Again, it's freestyle model. I like the freestyle models. Freestyle models are definitely my thing. You guys know how that we roll that on the channel. Speaking of freestyle models, another brand spanking new casting right here. It's crazy. This is the small block. So this is literally a piece of wood, basically. It's made from a piece of wood. It's kind of like a, basically like a, demolition, or not demolition derby, just a Pinewood Derby kind of car. The casting looks pretty good. They use this plastic colored wheel to simulate wood. I think it looks pretty good. A little bit of texture on the casting to make it look like wood. The engine is part of the base. Details on the front, nothing fancy. It is all open. So it is open for the casting in there. There is no window in there, which I think is pretty nice, pretty accurate. But very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Definitely a freestyle model. Again, I like freestyle models. I think freestyle models are pretty cool. That one's actually pretty cool. We'll see how they do with recolors on that one, because that'll be interesting. All right, next one up, 67 Ford GT Mark IV. This was the newest deco for this one. I think this one might be coming out with a Zamic too, potentially. Don't quote me on that one, but for some reason I feel like it might be coming out with a Zamic version at some point. There is the deco. It is dark green. This one looks a little bit too modern for the casting, the deco. And I certainly don't like the PR5s. I don't think the PR5s look good on this at all. It's not period correct, even a little bit. Not even a little bit. The green base color is nice, but everything else about it is just too modern, and it doesn't look good, especially with some flames coming off the lensed headlights. That's just nah. That's a big no. Not a very good version. Definitely a step down from all the previous ones we've seen. All right, last one up that I have for basic Hot Wheels, the 23 Ram 1500, quote unquote, the TRX. This is the newest color in blue. So really, really stoked about this. This is the one that caught my eye to get the rest of them. I saw this blue one. I was like, oh, there's some new stuff. This one is very, very good. I like this in blue. It looks good. Following on the heels of the red one. The taillights are way off from each other, but that's come to be expected. It is a mass-produced $1-ish vehicle, so you're going to get what you get. But it does have Ram printed on the grille. I should say there is black print and then silver print over the black print. But again, the truck squats. I don't like the fact that the casting was made like that. It was made with it squatting. I think that's just a ridiculously stupid look. But that's just my deal. You can see it's squatting quite heavily, to say the least. All right, Hot Wheels Premium. This is the newest pop culture release. This is the release that has the C8 Corvette, the Barbie one that everybody is losing their minds over. You go to the store and all of the Barbie Corvettes are gone. Usually most of these are gone. Some of the Audi wagons are gone, but then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van and the tumbler are always left over. I did manage to find one of these, though, 85 Astro van for Batman, the original Batman. But I think it's absolutely ridiculous. People are just losing their minds over that C8 Corvette. Like, it's just a C8 Corvette. It's really nothing fancy. There is the deets on the back here. The Caped Crusader. This looks pretty decent. The lights on the front look pretty good. It's a pretty good one. I really wish this casting opened up, but unfortunately it doesn't. Prints on the top look very, very good. I do like that. The prints on the back look, oh, that's kind of cool. Little Batman symbols for the taillights. And then just a little bit of striping for the laundry there out the back. Uses the typical 5-spoke chrome wheel. But I think this one looks pretty good. Of course, black base. So nothing particularly fancy with that. I do like that casting, though. I think it's a pretty good one. It's pretty good. All right, I got more Hot Wheels premiums. Ka-ching! Yes, I was actually able to get a full set of Boulevard on the pegs. On the pegs. I'm pretty sure hell was freezing over that day. But yes, I actually found this full set hanging on the pegs. Only one set, but I just needed one set, so I was pretty happy about that. First one we're going to take a look at, number 101, 1955 Plymouth Savoy. This is a brand spanking new casting. There's also a card variation on this for Hot Rod Garage. This card comes on a different style of card, but the car is exactly the same, so don't fret about that. There is the super cool deco that has on this. This super cool patina. This is actually one of the best patinas I think I've ever seen Hot Wheels do. I mean, look how good that looks. That literally looks like it's all rusted out. It actually looks really good. I'm really stoked about that. Of course, this is modeled off a real car in real life, so no shock that the deco looks so good. So looks very good. Does have the fatter tires on the back, which is of course very accurate. It's not a Hot Wheelsified thing. That's just the way it is. And then it has the 5 spokes on the front. This is a very cool casting. Definitely one of the coolest ones for sure. I really dig that one a lot. All right, number one. Sorry about that. 102. I get these in order. 99 SVT Lightning in blue. This one seems to be one of the popular ones from the mix as well, which is fine. It's not like we haven't seen this in premium before. It's whatever. I've actually seen this in premium a few times. First time in blue though. It does look fantastic in blue, I will say. It looks really good in this ultra dark blue. It actually looks a little bit lighter on the print on the front, and then it fades to black or like a darker print. That's what it looks like, but I highly doubt that that's intentional if that's the way it is. Lightning there on the quarter panel. This is very dark printed. The tail lights look pretty decent. It says SVT on the back. There is your Ford symbol. This is the premium version of the casting, so the bed liner is a separate part. This one just soaks up a lot of that light, but that looks good. I can see why that one seems to be very popular. But again, it's not like we haven't seen it in premium before, so people need to just calm down just a little bit. All right, something that we've also seen in premium a million times, Porsche 964. This is number 103. Matter of fact, I think this particular casting has actually been in Boulevard once previously as well, if I remember correctly. It may have been a different Porsche, but I'm pretty sure it was this one. So there is your 964. It does have the Aeroblade wheels. I'm not going to lie, this is a fantastic version of this 964. Very nice. Very crisp. I love the turquoise color. It looks absolutely fantastic. The base is all metal. The Aeroblades are perfect. Like, I really do like this version. But again, I'm pretty sure we've seen this casting in Boulevard before. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll take another Porsche, but there's so many more options in Boulevard. All right, this is probably going to be my personal favorite. This is number 104. This is the 86 Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock in purple. I really like this casting, like a lot. And I'm really stoked we get this in full, super Boulevard Premium Deco, and it's super freaking 80s. It just looks so good. It looks so good. I like everything about it. I like the purple. I like the deco on the side. I even like the chrome wheels on there. The prints on the headlights look good. It's just good. Just everything about this is just good. The only thing I don't like about this is that the cowl cover here is part of the window, so it's clear. So I guess it's kind of cool because you can show off the carbs in there, but I kind of wish that would have been maybe body colored. I just think it looked a little bit better. But some details for the laundry out the back looks pretty good. A gloss metal base. Oh man, I really, 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 really like this casting. I really like this. As a matter of fact, I'm putting this casting on the top. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm putting it up there anyways. All right, and then of course the casting that everybody and their mom is going to hoard until they get evicted or have to foreclose on their home because they won't stop buying JDM Civics. The 24 Honda Civic Type R, this is a brand spanking new casting. So first time seeing this casting, and of course it's donning Spoon Sports, which is a big deal. Hopefully this means that we will definitely get a lot more Spoon stuff in the lineup and stuff like that, whether it be T Transport or whatever. I am definitely on board to get more Spoon stuff for sure. But this one is just going to be bonkers. This casting looks fantastic, though. The prints on the front are very, very good. The casting is a little bit bigger than you'd expect for a Hot Wheels, which I'm okay with. The wing is a separate piece, and it is plastic. But the prints on the side look fantastic. It says Spoon Sports. It does look really, really good. There is the deets in the back. I do like this. It is a really, really, really good version. This particular one is left-hand drive, which is kind of interesting. I think they should have made it right-hand drive, but just my opinion. That is a little bit of print on the windshield banner as well. And like I said, the spoiler on the back here is plastic. And then there is the base deets. We get this flipped around the right way in case anybody wants to check it out. You see Hot Wheels is just doing their flame logo now. It doesn't actually say Hot Wheels in there anymore. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You see, it's a decent sized casting, especially when you compare it to some other stuff. It's got some heft to it. All right, I got some Greenlights. I got a couple of Greenlights I picked up from Hobby Lobby. This is VW Series 19. The only two I wanted were the Rabbit and the GTIs, and I got both of them. I was super happy about that. Found them at the exact same store. 79 Volkswagen Rabbit. I don't think, this doesn't show the whole mix on the back. That's not the mix. That's just a standard stock photo. But this is one of the 6. Again, there's only two in this particular mix that we collect here at the channel. Not particularly a Volkswagen fan, but I do like the Golf. So, been collecting the Golf for a minute. I do have all versions. There is your, I think this was a 79. I'm pretty sure this was a 79. There is the deets in the front. There is your Volkswagen symbol. Get that to focus a little bit. Sorry about that. Super, super close up. The quality looks good. Very interesting deco on the side. Some old school wheels on there. Some super retro taillights. Then, of course, it says Volkswagen on one side, and then it says Rabbit on the other side. This does have an opening hood, which is very, very good. There's the deets down in there. Little 4-cylinder down in there. But that one is pretty good. And then the base deets here, 3973 is the number. So a pretty decently high number for that one, which is kind of interesting because it just hit. This is the other deco. This is the 82 Volkswagen Golf GTI. You can see quite a few changes in 3 years in production. So they got away from those little tiny square headlights and went to the quad 4 circle headlights and changed the tail lights and all kinds of stuff. Ask a Volkswagen guy, they'll bore you to death. There is the details right there. I do like this version a lot. I like the wheels. The wheels are very, very nice. It's basically just a pale blue. Looks okay. So Volkswagen Golf GTI on there. And then there is your new front end with the quad headlights. This one also has an opening hood. Ooh, this one's super stiff. Ooh. Exact same engine down in there. Actually, that one is different. I'm pretty sure that one's different. Nope, they're exactly the same. They're exactly the same. It just looked different for me for some reason. But same little 4-cylinder engine down in there. I don't know if I can get this hood closed now. Ooh, that's super stiff. Base deets 2060 on the number. So we'll put that guy right there in front of the Civics. I got one more Greenlight right here. This is from the newest Vintage Ad Cars series. We have already cracked open the Ford Super Deluxe. I now found the Fury. The only one that I need personally is the 81 Suburban Silverado. Have not been able to spot that one yet at good old Hobby Lobby. But did pick up this one, the 57 Plymouth Fury. They have done this kind of cream and gold deco about 4 times already. They are different from each other, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close, unfortunately. So get this out of there. There is the Plymouth Fury. It's a good casting. I like it. It's big. It's hefty. It's got that improved quality, I would say. The white wall tires look pretty good, pretty even. The axles bounce around, so that's some of the movement you see. It's pretty good. This looks pretty good. There is the deets on the back. It's a good casting. I really like it. I think I have all versions. I know the Christines are pretty popular. 5518 is the number for this one, so we'll kind of set this guy maybe right there. And then I got a loose Auto World. I've been looking to get older Auto Worlds if I can get them for cheap, at least like $5 or less. This one was actually carded, but the card was pretty jacked up, so I decided to just tear it open. It has pretty good deets underneath there, underneath the hood. This is a little bit older version. This is a lowrider version, so this is an actual factory version of the Impala with the little lowrider wheels on there. Details on the back look pretty good. It says low on the plate. But yeah, just kind of hunting down some of those Auto Worlds. Not a lot of them, but some of those Auto Worlds. Let's put the Plymouth up there too, since we can kind of sort of see those. And then I got a few more loose cars here. I did pick up this Siku. This is the, what is that, 3rd generation Camaro? 3rd or 4th generation. I think it's the 3rd generation, but I really like it just because it's the plain Jane 6-cylinder model, not the IROC, not the fanciness. Does have opening doors, giant opening doors. As a matter of fact, it even tells you on the base here, because that's what Siku does. You can see right there, it is a, this one does say it's an 8-cylinder. While that is not good, I'll tell you what, it still looks like a super base model 6-cylinder. Even though it says there's an 8-cylinder under there, it still looks like a super base model 6-cylinder. So I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to put it up there because I think it's cool. And then I got a few Matchbox. I picked up a few transitional pieces. These are all transitionals. I got these loose, so no box or anything, but they're mint. The cement mixer is very, very cool. I like this one a lot. The details on the bottom, mixer spins, or is your deets. The Foden concrete truck. So really happy about that one. So we'll put that guy maybe right there. Picked up this one. This is the Dodge crane truck. You can see Dodge embossed in the front there. Again, no box or anything like that. This does rotate 360. The boom does not move up or anything, but it is all metal. So take what you can get. This one's also a transitional piece. Details on the bottom look very, very good as well. Good old super fast. And then one more here. This is the Bedford horse truck. And yes, it does have the horses in it as well. This one is also a transitional piece as well. There is your deets. Ergonomic cab, it says on there. It's decent. This one has a blue window on it as well. So throw that guy there. And then one model that I've had sitting around for a little bit. I did have this Tomica, the all-terrain crane. One of my favorite Tomica castings of all time. I just think it's the coolest ever. Even the knockoffs that Rochamps did were cool too, although they were all plastic for the most part. This one is nice and metal and hefty. It does have a double-stage boom on there with, of course, the hook. Looks pretty good. It does rotate full 360 as you'd expect. This particular one uses its own wheel. They don't really have any other wheel that would have worked, so they would have had to develop a wheel, and that wheel works well because they can use that for a bunch of other trucks than they have. They've used it for some dump trucks. They've used it for the airport tugs and stuff like that. So That wheel was very well used. And then, of course, as we saw on the base, made in Japan. Number 2, the Todano all-terrain crane. So we'll move the Matchbox crane up there. And then we'll throw down our Todano. There you go. That is episode 63. Diecast haul. Let me know what you guys think about those. Drop a comment, subscribe. Appreciate every single one. You catch you next time. Peace!